It's kind of a mess. Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. It is May Day today here in Hawaii, and it's really cool because the school's put on this performance where everyone learns the hula, and this is the first year that we've actually been invited to come see the kids do it. Like, we had to watch it virtually last year, so I'm so excited to see Prezi because she's been like practicing at home and she's doing so good. So I figured I would take you along because I think it's like one of my favorite things about living here in Hawaii. But thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and hope you enjoyed today's vlog.
Okay, 2022. We're sharing and celebrating our Hawaiian culture. Before we begin our program, we have a few reminders and safety issues we would like to address.
We just got to Sunrise Shack. We decided we're gonna get some smoothies before we have to go get Landon from school. And I wanted to show you guys. Can we show your hat? Look at how cute this little trucker hat. We got it for him yesterday when we went up on the North Shore. You gotta wear it. Isn't that the cutest hat in the world? Say hi. Prezi, what kind of smoothie did you get? It's like a pink and yellow, it's like Tropical Dream, I think is what it's called. Like dragon fruit and pineapple. Molly got a bowl. Is it good? It's my first bite. Okay. Let us know. TBD. I ordered this. It's like the Blue Dream smoothie for Landon.
What about mine?
I'm not sure there will be any left because Hayden's immediately doing a very good job on it. Here, you gotta walk. Hey. Legit? So good. So good. Came to the beach. It's very crowded. You're Moana? Molly's taking pics. Where we have to go get Landon from school. Hi. Come back. Come back! We got up early this morning for Landon to take his first surf lesson, so excited. How was it? I did. You were so good. Tell me, what was it like?
It was very good. The first time, I can't believe how good I did.
Yeah, you were up a lot.
Yeah.
Does it feel cool? Okay, so the last couple of days we were getting over the worst stomach flu. I feel like it must be going around because a ton of you DM'd me on Instagram saying like it happened to us too. It was just like a really bad 4 to 8 hours, and it was like I was so achy. I could barely move. I was just like on the couch, cuddled up, trying to recover. It was really, really hard, but I'm finally feeling like myself again today. So I actually like got ready this morning, have the kids getting ready for school right now and have to drive them in a minute. But I just figured I would show you my outfit of the day because I know everybody always asks. So everything that I'm wearing today is all by Nay. I love this brand. I've been wearing like their bras and their panties and their like loungewear for over a year now. And these are some of the new pieces I just got. Like this bodysuit I'm honestly just obsessed with because it is so soft, it's so comfortable, and like I was just thinking too, like after being sick, like this is what I want to wear to just like feel comfortable. And that's what Nay is all about, is like making sure that moms and women have that feeling of comfort. Like it's the best gift that you can give yourself. So with it being Mother's Day, on the day that I'm posting this, Nay is giving a gift to all the moms out there. If you use my code BK20, you get 20% off their entire site. I'll have it linked down in the description box. But these lounge pants, I mean, they're so functional too with the pockets, but just so comfortable. And let me show you some of the other pieces that I just got in my most recent order. So I'll put this on in a second and show you the top because it matches, like I got a lounge set. This is the Barely Zero line from Nay. I have tons of bras and panties, but these are the ones that I just got. They are the most comfortable bras, and I just love how they all look so giftable too when you get them. Like all of the packaging is really, really nice. But another one of the reasons that I really love Nay is it just grows with you on your motherhood journey. So over the last 2 years I have been pregnant and then postpartum, breastfeeding, and Nay fits you from size A to double D. So all those changes and fluctuations that your body goes through, Nay is gonna fit. That's why I just feel like it's the perfect gift for yourself or for a friend who's going on their motherhood journey. It's just so soft, so comfortable, and so functional. So that's why I absolutely love wearing Nay. This is what the full set looks like. I just love it. It's like the most comfortable, cozy loungewear. Everything I get from Nay, all the fabric is just so soft and comfortable, but I love this is pajamas, but I can like run out the door for the school run and still look seemingly put together and stay comfortable all day. So this is the Barely Zero bras and panties. Again, they come in sets or you can buy them as separates. Everything is super giftable, and just everything from Nay is all going to be about like comfort for you or whatever mom you're gifting things to. So I'll have it linked down in my description box below. My code is BK20, so you get 20% off your entire order.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind blowing in your hair.
I don't know if Hayden's gonna actually nap today. He is just like one of those days he's not going down. I had 3 recipes I wanted to make for you guys though. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a hot mess while I make these recipes for you, but I'm gonna do it. Like I'm committed to show these recipes for you because it will just help me like meal prep for the rest of the week too. So I might be like all over the place trying to take care of him, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so for this first recipe, it is a rainbow fruit salsa. Told you guys this might be a little bit of a hot mess. You got strawberries for the red, oranges for the orange, pineapple for the yellow, kiwi for the green, and blueberries for the blue. And then you want to get the like cinnamon sugar, either like pita chips, or these are called like churro strips These are grain-free ones that I saw at Target that I got. But you could also make homemade tortillas by just like slicing up the tortillas and sprinkling them with cinnamon sugar and some olive oil and baking them. But I'm going the easy route with these. This is like a 4-piece nesting bowl set. I actually have the biggest one right now in the fridge with like a bunch of noodles that I made for meal prep this week. But I love these for meal prep. Oh God. Just because they like store so nicely within the lids that fit. But okay, I'm gonna just kick this off. I just washed the blueberries first. I'm gonna just throw those right in there. I guess I'll do the kiwis next, since that is sort of the next color of the rainbow in this rainbow salsa. I only got 2 kiwis. Honestly, I probably could have gotten a little bit more for this, but it'll work. It'll be good. So what has been going on in your world this week? I know for us, I'm sad. My girlfriend Molly, she also is our photographer when we're in Ohio. She came to visit, and it was just so nice having Molly here because I feel like she busted me out of my normal routine, which is, you know, being in stay-at-home mom mode. I feel like most of the time, obviously I still have work that I do for YouTube and Instagram and all that kind of stuff, which I'm so grateful for. As always, just like thank you for subscribing and being a part of all of this. But my regular routine is like the school runs, the shopping, the cleaning. Hayden is still, I know he didn't nap just now, but he's still been taking 2 naps a day. Maybe that's changing. He is going to be 18 months in like a few weeks. So maybe he's fighting the 2 naps a day. Like maybe we're only going to go down to 1. Oh yeah, are you? Is that what's happening? Let me know if you have a little one around the same age. Are they still taking 2 naps a day, or like when did they kind of like make the transition? And which one did you drop first? Did you drop like the early nap or the later nap? I feel like just knowing him, it would probably be easier to drop the earlier nap. Like I feel like he definitely gets like crankier by the end of the day. Like the first nap he usually goes down pretty easy for. But let me know. Honestly, I don't remember with the other 2 how we did that. Like I feel like I've always just kind of like gone with their cues with so much. Like that's when I like weaned both of the kids. It was like by their cues, and he's still like showing no sign and stopping, which that was the other thing we dealt with this week. So as soon as Molly left, as soon as Molly left, Landon came down with it first. What? Well, actually, no, that's wrong. The last day Molly was here, Hayden got sick when we like woke him up in the morning. There was like throw up in his crib. And yeah, you weren't feeling very good that night, huh? But I just chalked it up to maybe it was something that he'd eaten at dinner that just didn't agree with him, because he acted like fine, like nothing was wrong. Yeah. Like we even went to the beach like to watch the sunset, like because it was Molly's like last night here. Which she took some pictures while we were there, and I feel like they're going to be so cute. Here, I'm going to get him out of his high chair. We'll continue in a sec. Okay. Anywho, I think I was saying, I think Hayden was the first one who actually got sick, but it was just like very, very quick for him. And I'm wondering if it's maybe because I am still nursing and he was getting like antibodies from me, kind of, sort of a thing, even though what ended up happening, so like Molly left the next day, but it was that morning we were going to go on a hike in the morning. We did start the hike. We were like halfway up this mountain, and the school called saying that Landon had thrown up at school. And I feel so bad. I feel like that is the worst. Like I still remember when like friends of mine threw up at school. Like it is just like one of those like weird things you remember, like when someone would get sick on the bus, like that smell and like that sawdust powder that they used to pour on it. Oh my God. I feel so bad when kids get sick at school. The worst. But they called when we were halfway up the mountain. So we were like running down the mountain to get to the car and go get him as soon as we could. Because Because normally, again, when I'm like in my stay-at-home mom routine, I would be in the house like 10 minutes away, and I could have gotten there very easy. And I was like, oh no, of all the times that Landon gets sick at school, it's when I'm not like easily accessible to just run and get him really fast. So I felt very bad. And that day was hard for him. Like he was sick. He couldn't keep anything down. And then the next day it hit me and Presley, and we were just miserable. Like all three of us, me, Landon, and Presley, were on the couch all day. Anything we took like a sip of, like we tried Gatorade, ginger ale, anything, it didn't matter. We were just getting sick. And yeah, it just like makes you so then like lethargic. And I feel like the kids especially, you can just see like when it's like that light is gone from their eyes, and like their cheeks look like sallow, and it's sad. I hate when the kids are sick, but I was sick right along with them, and we just kind of spent 2 days chilling out on the couch, watching tons of shows and movies, and honestly napping a lot. Like Hayden was taking 2 naps those days, thankfully. So like I just slept as much as I could during the day. And yeah, we're, I think, still recovering a bit. I like washed all the sheets and towels yesterday and was disinfecting everything. I feel like I go into like crazy disinfecting mode after anyone is sick, but especially like when it takes out the whole house like that. What I was maybe trying to say at the very beginning was I got to do a lot of like really fun things with Molly, and I'm like just so grateful that she came. I have some girl time, and it just makes me so excited because she's coming on the Greece trip in September. So if that's something that you're interested in, it just has to be booked. Like the latest you can book is 60 days before it. So I think that's going to be like the beginning of July. So if it's still something you're thinking about, you still have a little bit of time, but would love to have you. I think it's just going to be so much fun. So please make sure you book. Okay, all the kiwi is in there. We'll do, I guess, the pineapple next. I'm going to be like double using this pineapple for like the lunch dinner recipe that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to make like basically it's going to be like a teriyaki chicken, but I'm going to use some like pineapple in that recipe and like kind of serve it like pineapple boat style, because I just feel like that's so cute and fun. So here, let's slice this bad boy in half, boat style, pineapple boat style. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I've seen this, honestly, I haven't like seen it in restaurants here, but I feel like in restaurants that have like tropical or like on vacation kind of on the mainland, I feel like Florida maybe does this. They'll do like little pineapple boats, whether it's like salads or like, do you know what I mean? Where like they scoop out this part of the pineapple and sort of like that. So I'm going to keep this because it has like the crown on it still for the later recipe. And I'm just going to use this one for the salsa recipe. So yeah, if you end up making all this together, you can kind of know what your grocery list can be. Make it a little simple for you. You can kind of double use the pineapple if you want to like serve it kind of cute. Okay. Getting a lot of garbage I'm gonna have to get rid of here. All right, I'm gonna cut the core out. I know some people like to eat pineapple core. Isn't it like a thing? I feel like when I was overdue with Presley, people told me eat the core of a pineapple because it softens your cervix or something like that and can help like prep your body for labor. I never like looked into it to be like, oh, how much truth is to it, because at that point I was just so desperate. I was like, I will try anything. I don't care if it's scientifically proven or not. Like if you told me to eat goat's poop at that point, I probably would have done it just to get that baby out. Sorry, I cut this too thick. I'm actually gonna, like, you kind of want for this salsa for everything to be diced like very thin, because again, you want it to be like scoopable for the chips. So the like smaller bites you can make everything, the better it will be when everyone's eating it. But yeah, I'm thinking about Presley. I know in the last couple of videos I was like prepping for Landon's birthday, and it was his birthday party, and now we're at Presley's 5th birthday party. That is with Landon too. You guys, how is she 5? I feel like it was just yesterday. I know it's like so cheesy and cliche, but really I do. I feel like it was just yesterday that I was like doing her pregnancy updates, and honestly that like her, for some reason, like her pregnancy feels more of like the real start of my YouTube channel, because I obviously started it when Landon was about 3 months old. He wasn't quite 3 months old. It was like 12 weeks after I had him. It was my first day back to work from maternity leave. Hey you, do you want some pineapple? Want to try some? Pineapple? He's shaking his head no. That's his new thing. Are you sure? Oh, now you want it? Okay. Say thank you, Mama. Say thank you, Mama. But anyways, I started my YouTube channel when he was 12 weeks old, but it was all over the place. And I feel like when I got consistent with it was actually when I was pregnant with Presley, because I was doing the weekly pregnancy update. And that's when I feel like there was just a lot of people that joined the channel at that point. Like I really didn't have a ton of subscribers until I started sharing my pregnancy updates with Presley. And then there was just like so many women that I met through it. And I feel like a lot of other, it was funny. I don't know if I like consider myself this, because I know there was definitely like a lot of YouTubers before I started YouTube, but somebody said recently like, no, you're definitely considered like to be one of the like first YouTubers, like one of like the first real like mommy homemaking YouTubers, which is kind of cool. I mean, yeah, like I didn't especially see anybody else who was like a working mom on YouTube before me. Like that's why I started making the videos. So I'm like honored to be considered a part of that group. But there was a lot of who I think are some of like the biggest mommy YouTubers now. We were all having our kids like around the same time that I was having Presley. So, you know, that's how I've like connected to so many really cool women on here. And I feel like so many of you, just like when I'll ask like, when did you join or when did you like find me? A lot of people will say it was like from Presley or like the pregnancy updates that I was doing with Presley, and that you kind of stuck around ever since. And you guys know Presley. She is just one of, I don't know how to say it. I feel like she's one of the coolest humans on the planet. I mean, each of my kids is like very special in their own way, but like Presley's personality is just unlike any other person I've ever met. And she's just so cool. She has her own style. She has just like such a spunkiness about her that I feel like is so fun. I think, quite honestly, I mean, my mom, I'll just say this, I feel like my mom, she always was a very good time. I feel like back in the day, from what she told me, I still, even as her kid, always thought she had a very good time. And I think Presley might follow in her footsteps. I think Presley's gonna be the life of the party, and just tons of fun. And just even her like fashion sense, if I had to predict for Presley, I think that Presley is going to be either some kind of fashion designer, or she really loves, like she loves when we do any kind of like makeover. So like cosmetology or maybe esthetician, like she loves doing like facials and like lotions. But she also loves animals so much too. So I could see her doing something where she like wants to take care of animals. Let me throw this stuff away really quickly so I have more space for cutting. We went to, it was like this, it's really cool. It was called the Lovestock Farm. So like instead of livestock, Lovestock. Let me drain these. And I'm just using mandarin oranges as like an easy, I mean, you could use regular oranges too, as long as like you peel them, but I was like, this will be so much easier than me having to peel every orange and make sure, you know, all the orange rind is off of it. But her best friend's birthday party was at this Lovestock farm, and it's called Lovestock because all the animals there are like adopted or like shelter animals that they rescued. So there were these like sweet little bunnies, and that was like Presley's favorite thing. She cried about the bunnies while we were still in the car, like missing the bunnies. Every day since, she's asked me to see the pictures of her and the bunnies that I took on my phone. So I don't know. maybe, I don't think I can do it for her birthday this year. Maybe it's something she can ask Santa for or something like that. A bunny. We'll see. She's also been asking for a cat for a really long time too. And Adam's allergic, but somebody just told me that there's actually cats. It was Molly actually, because Molly got a cat this year that's a non-allergenic, or not hypoallergenic cat. Am I saying the right thing? So if any of you have a cat like that, can you let me know like what breed it was, where you got it? I mean, I would love, I feel like all the cats that we had growing up, we rescued. Because I know there's just like so many rescue kitties, but we might have to, if we like are serious about it, go that route. But yeah, I feel like Prezi is just such an animal lover, and as she's getting older, I do just feel like it's a good responsibility for them, and that like a cat is probably the best, because you know, cats are more so than a dog. Like there's so much training I had to do with Coley for sitting and going to the bathroom and all of that, whereas like a cat uses the litter box, and you know, especially if it's an indoor cat too, they kind of all just have like their own little sassy personalities as well. So I feel like she could take care of the like feeding the cat and like have her like understand how to change out the litter and all that kind of stuff too, so she can do that like more and more as she gets older. But then like cats too, I don't know, maybe there are certain kind of cats, I don't know if maybe the hypoallergenic ones need grooming, but like all the cats I had growing up, they didn't need grooming. Like cats kind of do that themselves. So I don't know, let me know. I don't know if we'll end up doing that again, but something I'm just thinking about, because she's like such an animal lover, and I feel like it would just make her so happy, and I feel like be something that would be good at teaching her like responsibility. So I just feel like it could be something good all around that I'm considering. I don't know for sure yet though. We shall see. So yeah, let me know though. And like, what age do you feel like is a good age for like your kids to start like taking responsibility of their animals? Because again, like Lana just turned 7, she's gonna be 5. I feel like I remember like my first dog, Binky, we got when I was like 3. I think it was like my 3rd birthday that I got her. And it was for giving up my Binky, my pacifier. That's why she was named Binky. And then Bianca was our 2nd dog, and I think we got her when I was in 1st grade. So like Landon's age. And I mean, I remember both of them, but I really remember Bianca. Like I really remember us having to go to obedience school with Bianca. Like I went and did all of that, and I love that dog. She lived to be 18. Actually, like Coley and Bianca like overlapped when I got Coley. So those are some of my favorite pictures, are when like Coley and Bianca were together. And I feel so bad. Bianca was like so old and blind at that point too. She was probably like, what is this little annoying dog doing here? Like they only saw each other when I would be like home from college on breaks kind of thing. But yeah, she was a sweet dog, Bianca. Somehow that dog too, I remember, I mean, thank God she lived to be 18. There was a Christmas, we would always, I mean, you guys know I love everything about Christmas, but like Christmas baking, if you have my cookbook, there's like a whole section of just like my family's Christmas cookies. And we would make Christmas cookies as gifts for everyone when I was a kid. It was like we'd give it to all our family, all our neighbors, friends, all that kind of stuff. Everybody got like a tin of Christmas cookies. And we would use those like under the bed big plastic bins. I mean like the ones that are like enormous, like the narrow like plastic bins. A lot of times people use them for like shoes under their beds, but we would just have those full of Christmas cookies. Like we had a couple of them that would just be filled with the Christmas cookies after we made them. And we went somewhere, like maybe Christmas shopping or something like that, or I don't know, I went to the grocery store. It really doesn't matter where we went, but we left the house. All the Christmas cookies were in that tub, and Bianca broke out of the gate, because we used to like gate her in our kitchen when we would go. She broke out of the gate, climbed on the dining room table where like all those plastic storage containers were, broke the lid off, and she ate the entire thing of cookies. And they were like, not all of them, but there was like batches of those peanut butter kisses, like the Hershey Kiss cookies in them. So all that chocolate, I mean, my mom was like, there was an entire bag of chocolate Hershey Kisses that we used to make those cookies that dog ate. Like it's a wonder that dog didn't get poisoned and die. Like thank God she didn't, but I mean, Oh, Bianca, God bless you. Sweet little dog. Aw, I miss that dog. It makes me sad. I'll have to visit her. She's buried in the pet cemetery in Gigi and Papa's backyard in Ohio. That's where like all the animals Gigi and Papa or like our family has had. It's where they all go. So I'll have to say hi to her when we're back there. God, I can't even think too, like Holly's gonna be 14 in October. I can't, she's my first little baby. I did have to get special flights though, so when we fly back to Ohio, I cannot put that dog under the plane. And there's only 2 airlines that you can fly from Hawaii to the mainland that allow you to keep your pet in the cabin with you. And it's either Alaskan Airlines or Hawaiian Airlines. And all of those flights, like to get to Cleveland, there isn't like a place in the mainland that I could fly into that then I could fly to Cleveland in one day. So what we have to do for getting Coley back is fly to LA, stay overnight in a pet-friendly hotel, and then fly from LA to Cleveland the next day. So it's kind of a mess, but it is what it is. I mean, it's more hard, I think, with the kids to have it broken up like that, because I would prefer just to like get all the flying done in one day and like have it over with. At least like for me personally, like I feel like breaking it up like that for them, everyone's going to be tired, everyone's going to be cranky, and I feel like it's going to be like 2 days of that versus just like 1 day of it. I would just rather get it done in 1 day. But for the dog, of course, I'm not going to make this like sweet, she's like such a sweet little old lady. I'm not going to make her go underneath the like plane. Do you know what I mean? Like they put them like underneath in like a cage, and she is claustrophobic. When I tried to train that dog when she was a puppy, she would have liquid diarrhea. And I mean, I would do it like, you know, because again, I'm trying to train her. And so it was like, okay, like we're gonna try again. And like, I didn't know how she had that much poop in her still for this like tiny little dog. I mean, she's only 10 pounds right now. Like, so as a puppy, I was like, how do you even have this much poop in you? Like I was giving her 6 baths a day when I was trying to crate train her. And finally I was just like, I'm sorry, you're clearly claustrophobic. I'm not putting you through crate training anymore. It's not gonna work for you. And you know, that's also the same thing. Like I'm not gonna put her in a cage where I mean, even to go, some of the flights, like, you know, if we flew into like a place like Chicago, that's like an 11-hour flight. I'm not making that dog for 11 hours. I honestly, I think she would think she's dying. Like I think she might die underneath the plane, and I'm not doing that to her. So she's flying in the cabin with us. Just is what it is. So yeah, but we have that coming up at the end of this month, like once the kids are done with school. And I'm just so excited. I like miss my family and friends in Ohio so much. And we have like such fun plans this summer. I got the tickets for Presley's birthday. I think I talked about this a while ago, to go see Wicked. So I bought them. She's like so excited. The only thing I felt kind of bad about, I mean, they are expensive. And Landon heard me the other day. It was because he was homesick. And I was telling like a girlfriend on the phone, like, oh yeah, I got tickets to Wicked. And he's like, do I get to go to Wicked? And I only got it for me and her. So I feel kind of bad, but I also feel like I was the oldest too. And I'm like, Landon, there was a lot of things that I feel like you always get to do as the oldest that, you know, sometimes the youngest, or, you know, I wasn't in a family where there was a middle child, but I feel like any of my friends that are middle children, I always hear about like being the middle child. Even though for Presley, I wonder if it will be a little different because she's the only girl. I don't know. If any of you are like in a family structure like that where you're the middle child, give me like middle child advice. And also like only girl advice too, because I feel like that probably as Hayden gets older, if him and Landon do have like a lot in common, I can see Presley maybe feeling a little bit left out. And it just makes me sad too. I think that's why, you guys know with the miscarriage, you know, when I see butterflies, I'm always like, oh, that's a Nayla. and Presley knows that too, and she just gets so excited when she sees a butterfly, and I know she thinks that's like, that's my sister. I just feel bad that I don't think she's ever gonna get a sister, and I just feel kind of bad. So I have to just tell her, you know, maybe someday when Landon and Hayden get married, then you get sister-in-laws. So you'll just get them a little later. Until then, we get to be girls together, do all the girly things together, because she's just so girly. So yeah, poor Prez, but that's just how it works. Okay, I might do like a few more strawberries, but you can kind of even see like how pretty is even the bowl. Like, it actually could be really cute before you serve it, just to kind of leave it like layered like this, and then like, you know, stir it all together before you actually serve it. But I'm gonna wash my hands fast and we can get started on the next recipe. Here is, I put these in a little serving bowl, the churro chips, but again, you wanna get like some kind of cinnamon sugar pita chips, tortilla chips, and the rainbow salsa. If you are not serving this right away, squirt it with some lime juice. Lemon or lime would work. And then, just because it makes it a little sour, but it helps like preserve the colors of all the fruit, add just like a pinch of sugar to kind of sweeten it up. But if you're serving it right away, you probably don't need the added sugar. At least I feel like it doesn't need it, because there's obviously sugar on the chips. And again, I just love these lids and bowls. It like makes it so easy. I can't do it one-handed, but to meal prep. This next salad, this is a Martha Stewart salad. I saw this on Pinterest. So you use red and yellow peppers, plum tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, corn and green beans, and cilantro, fresh cilantro. And this is like a really fresh summer veggie salad. And kind of the theme of like both today's meal prep, I was like, dice everything up really, really good. So this could be something too, if like you have a food processor kind of a thing, you could use that maybe instead of doing it all by hand, but here we go. So I'm gonna add all these diced tomatoes to the bowl. And next I'm gonna dice up all the peppers. Okay, those are all diced up, so I'm gonna add them to the bowl. I love how all this food is so like rainbow and colorful too, like so fun for the start of summer. I'm gonna keep on like making a kind of rainbow and just add the corn now to it. So just, I drained a can of corn. And I do have a can of green beans. And I'm gonna dice these up so that they're in smaller bites. I'm sure Martha Stewart has fresh green beans from her garden, but Target in Hawaii did not have any fresh green beans, so we're just gonna roll with this and it'll taste amazing. All right, gonna add our diced green beans to the bowl. Cucumbers. And now I'm gonna dice up half of a red onion. And our neighbor gave us some fresh cilantro from her garden, so I'm so excited to use this in this salad. It's so cool, some homegrown, local Hawaii cilantro. And now you're going to add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I love this little shot glass measuring cup, especially for like making things like dressings or where there's just like a lot of liquids, or even making drinks. It's really cool. And then 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, I'm sure even balsamic would probably work for this too, but Martha's recipe says rice vinegar. Yeah. He's being so good, you guys. He's just been like playing so I could do this. By the way, this was a gift, but I'll see if I can find where this is from and share it with you guys. And then add some salt and some pepper and a sprinkle of sugar. And I'm gonna mix this all together. Here we go, a beautiful fresh salad. Thank you, Martha Stewart. I'm sure it would have been a lot prettier, honestly, if I could have gotten fresh green beans. So when you make this, try to find those fresh green beans, but just know, I taste tested it already. It does taste really, really good. I mean, Martha's the queen, come on. Seriously, it's so good and crunchy. It's like a really good, fresh, crunchy salad. All right, I'm gonna clean up in here, then I have to do the school run, and then I will show you the teriyaki chicken pineapple boat when I get back.
I've seen those faces, I've heard all the lies, but you ain't gazing on someone in denial. Cause you want dollar bills right now, but you gotta work real hard.
First thing I'm gonna do here is cut out the pineapple boat.
So let your guard down. And I say,
okay, I just realized my battery died. Here's the pineapple boat. I diced up the pineapple that I cut out of it. I diced up the rest of the red onion that I had from the earlier salad recipe, and I cubed a pound of chicken breast tenders. And I've got olive oil right now heating up in the pan that I'm gonna add the chicken to in a hot second. All right, I've got the the chicken cooking in here with salt and pepper. I covered the chicken just for a little bit so it gets super moist, but you wanna cook it until it is just lightly brown, and then remove it from the heat, and in the same pan we're gonna make the sauce. Okay, my chicken is off to the side. I put olive oil in the pan, and I'm gonna add in the other ingredients. First, the chopped onion, heaping tablespoon of minced garlic, some fresh ginger, probably like a tablespoon worth. And I'm just gonna cook all this until the garlic and the onions are like softened. Okay, they're cooked down, so I'm gonna add in soy sauce, and I'm just eyeballing this. Basically, I just want like everything to be sort of like coated in the soy sauce. Let me look at this. Like a third of a bottle of soy sauce. There you go. And I added 2 heaping spoonfuls of brown sugar for that like sweetness. We're gonna do a little splash of some rice vinegar to balance the sauce out. And about a tablespoon of cornstarch, just because we want to thicken this up so it's a nice glaze for the chicken.
It smells so good. I like the smell of it.
You like the smell of it? I know. It smells really good with the onions and the garlic and the soy sauce. So we're gonna just kind of let this all bubble together. And once it gets just slightly thicker, like you'll kind of see as you'll stir it, we're gonna add the chicken back in, and it will be a nice teriyaki glaze. Oh, when I add it back in, I'm also gonna add in the pineapple at that time too. I'm adding just a little touch of honey to this right now too. It's right now, I'd like just did a little test on the spoon. It's just needs a little bit more sweetness, so I'm just adding a little bit of honey to it. Now you guys know there are days when I take the shortcut route, right? And I could just buy like pre-made teriyaki glaze at the store. But I feel like that's sometimes just what's like fun, or if you ever have stuff in your fridge where you're just looking to be like, okay, what's a meal I can throw together? And you have some chicken in the freezer or something like that. This is something that's just like a glaze then that you kind of like understand how to make with a lot of the ingredients that usually you have in your pantry. Like if you just have the soy sauce and the brown sugar and olive oil and vinegar, like you can kind of tweak it and sort of add in the things that you just have on hand. And it's still probably going to taste good if you just kind of understand the components of like, what it takes to make a glaze. This is thickened up nicely, so I'm going to add in the cooked chicken. and coat it in the glaze. Lolo's a good cook too. Landon was just telling me how Gigi's a pretty good cook when he's over there. I said I learned a lot from Gigi and I learned a lot from Lolo, both my mom and my grandma.
She can even make food from other cultures.
Yeah.
Sometimes she even makes me Japanese.
Yeah.
Japanese rice.
Yeah. All right, I added in those pineapples. I'm just gonna leave this on low to sort of simmer while I make the rice, which, speaking of shortcuts, that's what I'm doing. I got the coconut basmati rice. These like 90-second go together pouches at Target are life-saving on busy nights for dinner. And here is the finished pineapple boat. So I put the teriyaki chicken, I just sprinkled some sesame seeds on it, and I put some of the fresh chopped cilantro from our neighbor's garden right on the top, and just like put the rice like next to the chicken in here. But it looks so cute in the little pineapple boat. I love it. Well, that is it for today's vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed all of those recipes, and wishing you all a very happy Mother's Day. Don't forget about NAY and that code that I have for you, BK20 for 20% off. The link's down below in the description box as well. Let me know if there's any other videos that you would like to see on my channel this month, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, love.